All right, let's talk. Top of the morning to you. So, this video is gonna be a bit more honest, I guess, about how I've felt in 2025, and that's in terms of me personally, and in terms of the photography life and everything that we've been trying to do with the photography business. It's been a weird year. It's been very slow, which is ironic considering I got my LLC, started working on getting it and got it this year for the business. Right as that happened, it just went. So that was fun. I don't know, last year was a really good year. We were really busy and it felt good. And then it just dropped. And I think that caused the imposter syndrome to multiply by a lot. And that's always fun to try and deal with. And I understand that, like, 2025 has not gone the way any of us thought it would, especially the economy. It's been, oh my gosh. Economy went to garbage, and that's fun. And they're still trying to lie and say that it's the best it's ever been. Love that. But I understand that also when it comes to that, photography is a luxury for a lot of people. It's not like a priority. When money's hard, you don't really have money to just throw out to get awesome photos done of your family, of yourself, or your couple, whatever you want to do. You can't really just do that as much as you'd like to. And I get that. So a quarter to halfway through this year, I decided I wanted to shift and start trying to work with commercial clients to see what we could make that way, what we could build and the kind of things we could create. And I've had the opportunity with a few businesses that have taken the chance on me, and I think we've made some great work. From the photo studio that I did the video for, to Tater Temptations that I did the video and photo for, to another client that I can't technically share the work we've done yet because they have not put it out yet. So as a courtesy to them, I'm waiting for them to make their post for that before I start sharing about it. But they took a chance on me, and I think we created something really awesome, and I think it's a relationship that will continue to thrive. That's all and good, but I've still got to figure out exactly where I want to put myself in the market surrounding me, because there's so many different options for what to pursue, even in commercial. Do I want to do restaurants and food trucks? Do I want to do real estate? Do I want to do just general branding for whatever restaurant wants to come my way or whatever business wants to come my way? So I'm trying to find my niche in that space to also fill in the gap of weddings, which I haven't really talked much about. I still have posted some because I have done a few, but weddings, as far as 6, 8, 10-hour days, they're off the board for me right now. Just the way life is going with what we've got going on. Big weddings like that, I'm not your guy. But if you've got like a micro wedding or an elopement that's like 2, maybe 3 hours max, I'm your guy. Let's do that. I've done a couple elopements, done some smaller weddings, and they've been really fun. So that's kind of where I'm at with the photography, is I'm shifting to be more commercial focused. I'll still do portraits. Like, I still love to do portrait sessions with people. Headshots, in the studio, out in the nature. I still am down to do that kind of thing, so please do not hesitate to reach out to me. That's the evolution of Quade Walker Photography so far. Mentally, for the year, like I said with that imposter syndrome, it has just, it's messed me up a little bit. I've had a lot of doubts in my mind about what I'm supposed to be doing. And between that and trying to work my 9 to 5, and I am all for, and I'm a big believer in having big goals. but also have big goals that are measured out properly. Freaking mosquitoes, bro. Now I'm gonna be itchy. But have goals and measure them out for the proper amount of time. Because I went into 2025 telling my wife, hey, I'm gonna go full time by the end of the year. I gave myself a year to figure it out, not realizing it was gonna be my slowest year of photography so far, which we are getting into fall, so it might ramp up a little bit, but just there was no consistency in it. And I had so much weight put into that, like figuring out how I wanted to do that, how I wanted to go full time with photography. I feel like that's a big goal for a lot of photographers. Maybe not all of them. Some people, they just love the craft and they just want to do it for fun. But I feel like there's a good chunk of people who they would love nothing more than to be able to do photography as their full-time gig. Me being one of them. I love being able to create images and stills for people. And you know, I've been dabbling in some video work if you haven't seen. I really enjoy that too. So like being able to do that as my 9-to-5 job, be my own boss, the usual spiel of when you want to go into entrepreneurship. Like that just sounds amazing to me because I can create my own hours. If I need to be home for a day and don't have anything booked, no worries. I don't have to worry about anything. I don't have to do work for anybody. Putting that pressure on me to try and do that by the end of this year, I think was part of the reason that imposter syndrome was able to flourish. It embeds itself and it just really fucking sucks. Excuse my language, but you know, it's just the truth of it. It sucks. So taking the time midway through when we decided to go the commercial route and deciding, hey, this isn't gonna happen, the full-time, I mean, there might be something crazy that happens, but I'm not going to put all my bets on going full-time this year with photography. As of right now, that is not a viable option. There's not enough happening with me photography-wise to do it. So taking that stress off has actually been kind of helpful, like not putting that pressure on me, you know. Here in maybe like 2 or 3 years, you'll see me just full-time killing it, and that'd be great, traveling, doing photography. But as of right now, I've got my 9-to-5 that I work, and the photography is a side gig that I do for fun and for a little bit of extra income to help with some stuff. And this is gonna be me kind of just advocating mentally. Find someone that you trust. Particularly, I recommend finding someone that's in your creative space that kind of knows how it feels. Find them to confide in, be vulnerable with. Because if you just try to go at it alone, you're gonna just crash and burn harder. That's basically what was happening to me. And I found some ways to talk with some people and get those thoughts and feelings out and kind of work through them. That really helped. So find your people, be vulnerable, share what you're going through. And who knows, maybe whoever you talk to has like an idea of something that you could do that could change it up and change the entire landscape of how your thinking goes. You know, maybe you're sick and tired of doing portraits and weddings, but you love concerts and you'd love to photograph them. Get in contact with someone who maybe organizes local concerts in your area and see if they'd let you come take some shots. And then from there, you know, start a publication, find a publication that you can work under for a little while you get your feet wet, and who knows where that goes from there. I don't really know the concert photography scene. I don't know what goes on with that, but try something different. That's what I'm doing, and I think it's working. So, perfect. Yeah, this is Thoughts on the Backstep with Quaid. I'm gonna call it that, I think. Maybe there will be more to this, maybe there won't. But it's just a step. There's no porch or anything like that, so. Cheers. Y'all have a great one. Peace.